A fleet of around 50 Maxi yachts is due to gather in Porto Cervo from 3rd to the 9th of September for the 33rd edition of the Maxi Yacht Rolex Cup, organised by the Yacht Club Costa Smeralda, in collaboration with title sponsor Rolex and the International Maxi Association. Completely new to the event for this year will be a division reserved for the increasingly popular class of multi-hull yachts.
Intense racing, minimal margins, first-class action. Marking its 33rd edition, the most powerful and elegant Maxis in the world compete in one of the sport's most prestigious events. The Maxi Yacht Rolex Cup in Porto Cervo, Sardinia.
This is one of the great regattas of the year. That's simple.
The pinnacle of the Maxi racing calendar in Europe, if not the world.
A beautiful yacht club, a great organization. This is what everybody wants.
Organised by the Yacht Club Costa Smeralda in conjunction with the International Maxi Association and partnered by Rolex for close to 40 years, the regatta offers intense big boat action within a breathtaking sailing environment.
It's the whole flavor of Italy. Colors, the weather, you can't improve it.
We call this sailing heaven. Flat water, great breeze. These are the ideal conditions.
So when you add all these factors together, that's what makes this the one event that all the best sailors in the world want to come to.
5 days of competition are scheduled, offering a series of short course and longer coastal races through the spectacular Maddalena archipelago. The event is renowned for its excellence. As a showcase for cutting-edge Maxi yacht technology and design, and the idyllic setting. Racing at the 2023 Maxi Yacht Rolex Cup commences on September 4th.
This is your weekly global sailing highlights show, The World on Water, August 25, 2023. The Orient Express Racing Team's newly arrived AC40 design foiling monohull has taken to the water and the air in her first test sail off the America's Cup venue in Barcelona. After a tow test at the weekend behind the team's chase boat, to check and test the AC40's onboard systems, the full-on racing machine went into sailing mode, with exactly a year to go to the America's Cup Challenger Selection Series. The skipper and pilot are Quentin Delapierre, fellow pilot Kevin Peppernet, and trimmers Matthew Van Dam and Jason Saunders.
Yeah, pretty good feeling actually. It's been 1.5 weeks since we received the AC40 and the team had a big push just to do the commissioning and solve the little problem we had. So really good feeling today to sail the boat. I mean, we need some sailing session a lot, just to feel okay with the boat, the feeling on board and the attitude. Yeah, I think next week and this week will be a lot of sailing session. Yeah, today I was surprised, really flat water, but also really light, so we just managed to get on the foil and with the rib towing the yacht, we were able to do it, and the feeling on board was really good. But I know that in Barcelona it will not be the same every day. We will have choppy waves and some swells, so yeah, we have to be prepared for those conditions. But I'm really impressed about the autopilot. I never saw something like this. The boat was really steady and yeah, really impressed. We just need to make it step by step, take the days after days and just solve problems, find ideas, new ideas. It will be helpful. And yeah, I don't want the team to rush themselves and try to catch the others, because they have so much sailing session in front of us, and we just have to make it simple, be really focused on what are the essentials, and yeah, make it happen in Villanova with a boat in good shape and able to just race Villanova racing.
The battle lines are drawn for the 2023 Rolex TP52 World Championship in Barcelona. When they open next week on the 37th America's Cup waters off Barcelona in Spain next week, there will be no clear favourite. And as Cup teams ramp up their training and testing off Barcelona, eyes will inevitably focus on the white-hot TP52 fleet, with which many sailors have personal history and national allegiance, or are just interested, discerning fans.
Get ready to join us in Barcelona for the 2023 Rolex TP52 World Championship. Starting Tuesday, 5 days of action-packed white-hot racing, featuring 10 teams from 7 different nations, all vying for the world title. Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, welcome back Terry Hutchison for 1 week only. But the big question is, can they defend the world title they won in Cascais in 2022? Double world champions Platoon from Germany have just won in Menorca, and Italian tactician Vasco Vescotto is doubly inspired to win another world title. Convexity are circuit leaders, winners of 2 from 3 regattas so far this season. A world title would be the cherry on the cake for them already. But Allegra, Gladiator, Phoenix and Sled all have what it takes to win the World Championship. So as the Rolex TP52 World Championship Barcelona 2023 sails into the America's Cup waters, right into the heart of the Lion's Den, get ready for the fight all the way through the week. Join us every day, 5 days of racing live on 52 Super Series channels.
We are Sailing Only Media. Please subscribe, share, like, and check the alerts bell. It's day 3 of Hamilton Island Race Week in Australia's beautiful tropical, whale-infested Whitsundays, and the 2,000-plus sailors are enjoying the tight racing. Even the ones who are wrangling spinnakers. As the mighty Supermaxes are finishing off the yacht club, all declare that they have enjoyed the day's racing. Day 3 of Hamilton Island Race Week 2023 saw a challenging day for the Nautilus Marine Insurance Classic races. The hard-working race committee scheduled shorter courses given the lighter breeze forecast. The variable conditions that eventuated across the racetracks made it vital to seize any tactical opportunities on offer. Even days with less breeze provide a field of opportunities when you have a smart crew keen to look out of the boat, said Olympic supercoach Viktor Kovalenko, strategist on Marcus Blackmore's RP52CR, Ammonite, sailing in Hamilton Island Blue Division. All fleets started and finished in front of the Hamilton Island Yacht Club from Dent Passage, giving spectators a colourful display when spinnakers were hoisted as the boats hit the start line. Margins were tight as the divisions raced, the gains from tides and wind shifts, and shadows producing almost instant advantage for some crews, while others could do nothing as their lead evaporated. One of the standouts of the day was Doran Purdy's Martin 49, Indigo 2, its new crew taking a 4th place in Hamilton Island Pink Division, bettering their previous day's results. Sailing master Stacey Jackson said pre-race this was their race week goal. It's a relatively new team. They have owned the boat for less than a year now, and I've joined them as sailing master for their first regatta. This means a bit of tactics, some key navigation around the racetrack, and helping with overall coaching. It's all about adding the bits that we worked on the day before to keep improving. Our expectations are to go out, have fun, and improve our performance each day, and we have already ticked that box. We are here to do well, but most importantly to enjoy our sailing. We have a longer island course today, which is amazing, hopefully with less whales than yesterday. We had a port starboard, and we were definitely on port. There's a cool little fleet in the 40 to 42 foot competition, Far 40s and the Wellborn 40 Wedgetail, also from Brisbane, and Zoe as always good competition. And eyes out the boat always. Most of us are not exposed to these tides and currents, so it is about refreshing the memory bank, appreciating back eddies, and looking at the water, as well as the digital information. Even coming into Dent Passage for the finish, there are 2 big back eddies that feature strongly, with up to 3 knots of current, so cutting the corner is not always the best answer. Jackson added, "The spirit of Hamilton Island Race Week is family and friendship." 3 young sailors, Pippa, Matt and Ben, whose racing plans were derailed on their delivery north on Masala, have embraced this, as they hitchhike their way through the week, holding signs for anyone looking for crew, with promises of beer for a ride. The locals even joined in on the camaraderie, as a whale and her calf greeted crews as they crossed the finish line. With a lay day tomorrow, the close to 2,000 sailors will have a break from competition to continue enjoying the beautiful Whitsundays. In the race between the 2 100-footers, as you could see, Andu Comanche led Wild Oats over the finishing line. For Ineos Britannia, it was a day that promised much, with around 7 to 8 knots of breeze at sea level, just off the Barcelona beachfront, and a very flat sea state. Unfortunately for the sailors, the breeze died, and on the tow out to find better breeze, near where the TP52 fleet were racing, a small tear occurred at the clew of the port skin of the mainsail, whilst under tow, and after investigation from the shore team and boat captain, the day was canned.
Dylan Fletcher, starboard helm today on T6 here in Barcelona. Not a lot to talk about today, a bit of a breakdown quite early into the process. Just talk us through that.
Yeah, we were towing down to different areas to get a bit more breeze, and unfortunately we main ripped when we just about to peel from the tow. So yeah, ended our day early, which is a bit unfortunate, and I don't think we know exactly what's gone on just yet.
The tear seemed to us to be in the down by the clew of the sail. Is it maybe an effect of a bit of flapping while you're towing, do you think?
I don't think so, but you could be right. I think just, it's the port side, and obviously as the main sheet came on, we'll have to investigate and look at the data and see what happened.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about what the plans were for today. It was a flat water day, which is a rarity here, it seems. 7 to 8 knots of breeze we measured. What would you have been doing? What sort of stuff were you going to look at today?
Yeah, obviously a flatter day for Barcelona, so it would have been a nice opportunity for us to do some more speed testing and investigate some manoeuvres. Ultimately, compared to Palma, it's very different here. In terms of there's more of the wavy days, less of the flat days, so it's quite different. But I don't think we're going to experience many days like we had today for the period of racing in the Cup.
You were sharing the training area with the TP52s today. Just in comparison on sailing angles, can you give some idea about the comparison of the sailing angle of T6 upwind and downwind compared with a TP?
Yeah, I guess we sort of got close-ish to them and thought we were sort of similar-ish to them upwind, maybe a little bit lower. I guess we didn't line up to them downwind, but I suspect we may even be a bit lower than them downwind and that light stuff. They need sort of that 9 knots or whatever to really be powered up. It looks tricky for them as well.
When you talk about speed testing, just give us an idea of what the communication on the boat is. Are you aiming for specific numbers or just trying different angles? How does that work?
Yeah, we get set our targets from our performance team, and so we sort of investigate those, and sometimes the sailors will have ideas that we'll be trying, or maybe the sailmakers. So I guess there's a range of things that we've discussed before we go out, and then we're experimenting and just checking in that we're going the right direction.
At the end of the day, you do and imagine you do a debrief, or maybe the following day. What gets discussed in that, and how long does that last?
It depends on the day in terms of how long it lasts, but ultimately, yeah, discussing what happened that day, the most interesting topics, you know, anything we need to really learn from, or maybe any issues that we picked up. So, yeah, but it happens every day as you'd expect, and sometimes the sailors may go into a separate one and spend a little bit more time on our Pacific, you know, areas.
Okay, that's really interesting to understand all that. And same again tomorrow?
Yeah, hopefully, back on the water tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow, isn't it? A Sunday. Maybe, we'll see. I don't actually know.
All right, Dylan, thanks for sharing all that with us.
The top women's match racing teams in the US battled for the US Women's Match Racing Championship at Annapolis Yacht Club. The championship, held in J22s, got underway with a clinic for competitors organized by US Sailing, and round-robin racing beginning the next day. The 4 teams with the best records upon completion of the round-robin advanced to the semifinals and finals.
Annapolis, Maryland, the scene of the 2023 U.S. Women's Match Racing Championship. U.S. Sailing was the organizing authority, and it was hosted by the Annapolis Yacht Club, in a sailing town with a long legacy of putting on high-caliber racing at the mouth of the Severn River.
It is an extremely labor-intensive event and takes a lot of race committee folks out on the water, a dedicated team of people who are willing to work nonstop all day because they get no breaks. Match racing is incredibly rewarding. It's hard to run, but it's fun, and you get to see amazing boat handling skills.
The 8 teams from around the country competed head-to-head over 3 days, not only for the title of champion, but also for the Allegra Nat Mertz Trophy. Allegra, aka Leggy Nat Mertz, was the 1963 U.S. Sailor of the Year, and in 1966 was the first woman to win the Nathaniel G. Herreshoff Trophy from U.S. Sailing for both her contributions as a competitor and administrator across many classes, including Etchells, Blue Jays, Moth, and 210s, and for encouraging women in sailing. And second place would be awarded the Mrs. C.F. Adams Memorial Trophy. The first day of racing saw a blustering and dramatic round robin. Strong and shifting breezes constantly reshuffled the deck for teams, and the more experienced skippers climbed to the top. Zarkowski ended up winning all 7 of her races in the round robin, moving her right into the quarterfinals as seed number 1.
Jibing, 3, 2, 1, jibing.
Haley Thompson, racing with an Olympian, Molly Vandermoor, and a Rolex Yachtsman of the Year nominee, and top-ranked match racer Nicole Brault were seeded second, followed by Bridget Grobel of Bow Down Racing, and 2-time U.S. Women's Match Racing champion with her same crewmates from her victory in 2022, Allie Bleacher. Off the water, teams and their host families, along with some of the team's family members, enjoyed the city of Annapolis.
What brought us here this weekend is we were here, our daughters and our team got invited to be part of the championships, and this is our first time coming to Annapolis, so it was a great weekend. I stayed at the Waterfront Hotel and I absolutely loved it. It's right across the bridge from the Sailing Center, so I was able to walk here and enjoy all the great restaurants in town.
It was right on the shuttle path, so we could just easily jump on the free shuttle, go through town. So it was a very convenient location as well. And I'm a pickleball fan, and I found so much pickleball. It was a blast. So while my kid was sailing, I was out on the courts, met so many friendly people.
Great weather, great sailing. I can't wait to come back.
Back on the racecourse, the top 4 teams continued their dominance in much lighter air and advanced to the semifinals. Zarkowski, being the number 1 seed, was given the choice of who to face and chose Bridget Grobel, which left Haley Thompson and Allie Bleacher to face off in the other semi. In a major upset, Bow Down Racing was able to best team as one in the very shifty and sporadic conditions in all 3 races, making her the first team to qualify for the finals. Allie Bleacher and Team BAM bested Haley Thompson 3-1, and the table for the finals was set. In a surprising yet somewhat more stable southeasterly breeze, the Pettit final got in 2 races that resulted in Zarkowski placing in 4th for the event and Thompson in 3rd. Grobel and Bleacher got in 2 races as well. In both of them, Grobel was faster off the starting line, but Bleacher fought hard to chew up the distance and take back the lead, once on the upwind and once right after a set in big chop.
Some very big powerboat chop evens things up. Allie has a piece and is rolling over the top.
It's a mental game for sure, and especially for us. 2 of us are out in California, and the other 2 are East Coast bound, so it's a little bit of a challenge to get us to sail together a lot. The speed comes with time, the boat handling comes right back. It's just important to stay mentally in it, because the game's not over even if you've lost the start. And that's something that has proven for us to be kind of the key to success, is just staying back in it and making sure that, you know, if you have to make a move, you have to make a move, and you're ready for it, and you know you're going to execute it better than you did the time before.
Taking their second win, the time limit was reached and the event was ended, so Team BAM was crowned champions for their 3rd time. Bridget Grobel and team were awarded the Mrs. C.F. Adams Memorial Trophy as the runners-up.
Thank you so much, and we just welcome you all here, and I hope you've had a wonderful time in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. Visit Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. Love supporting these kind of events, showcasing America's sailing capital, which and our 500 plus miles of shoreline in our county, and tell all your friends what a great place it is to sail, and come on back. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of the competitors for this year's U.S. Match Racing Championship. U.S. Sailing hopes to see everyone here and even more sailors in Chicago for 2024's event. For T2P TV, this is Ashley Love.
Five-meter fleet are looking forward to the Scandinavian Gold Cup and World Championship at the Yacht Club Costa Smeralda in Porto Cervo, Sardinia, in just over a month's time. So last week in Grandson was the last opportunity for most of the fleet to race together. The fleet of 15 moderns from 6 nations all came to get in some practice and test their gear ahead of the world titles. They were treated to 4 days of sublime weather and hot competition, with the temperature past 30 degrees every day and winds from 5 to 10 knots.
So I think it was an amazing day today. There was not much wind in the morning, but then the breeze came and we're sailing in 6, 7 up to maybe like 9 knots. It will be changing conditions. We had 3 very good starts, so Mateusz, our helmsman, he did a great job as well. We like the conditions a lot. We were training a month ago with other boats in similar conditions, so we could practice everything we did last time. The third race was also interesting. I think Caracalla is super strong here with these winds here, so it's really great to see actually a couple of boats doing very well. We love the weather. It's it's really warm, like probably Brunnen last year. Maybe the only disadvantage is that we don't speak French, but apart from that, everything is great.
No, I know Grandson a bit, and the Biza is a nice wind, and it's a really shifty one. So sometimes you come from the right, and sometimes you come from the left, and you have to be really with the open eyes to choose which hand you're gonna be. In the wind today, we went one time left then right, and one time right then left, and now it's turning slightly right during the day, and we protect the right all the time. Yes. I'm not from here, so I take it as they come. So it's probably that if you're not from the place, you have to be really awake, I would say.